At first glance, Abzu is a serene video game where you can swim with all the beautiful animals in the ocean. But there's a crazy story that unfolds where you create a magical relationship with a shark, which is written about in ancient temples. There's an unknown alien civilization, deadly explosions everywhere, and a ghostly realm for fish heading to heaven. My name is Adam, and this is Light in Game Design. I'm here to analyze video game design from my unique perspective as a professional lighting designer. I'm hoping that this can inspire you on your own game design journey. Please subscribe as I will be releasing new videos often. And also, there are many spoilers ahead. Abzu is a mystery. Not one solved with words, but by evoking emotion with music and color. We meet our main character, who just wakes up at the surface of the ocean. There's a beautiful warm sunlight reflecting off the water, evoking a sense of calm. As we dive underwater for the first time, we discover a colorful world filled with life. We're in the shallow waters, which is clear by the sharp shadows of sunlight on the ocean floor. Everything just looks like an impressionist painting. Then we discover the first clue in this mystery, a tiny little robot friend to accompany us on the journey. One of the first adventures we can go on is getting into the strong ocean current and riding it with so much life around us. We collect schools of fish with a friendly flash of light, and the musical score is choreographed perfectly to our actions. Even more dappled sunlight falls through the cave ceiling. But even as we go deeper into the caves, we lose the sky and sunlight, but then all of the life around us is glowing with a beautiful bioluminescence. It's important for the game that players quickly have fun and fall in love with this positive, wholesome environment. Other ocean life connects with us and also guides us places. You can see the sunlight beautifully casting rippled light all over their bodies, which adds a sense of delicate movement and grace to their massive size. We even have this amazing connection with a large whale that gets very close to look at us. He blinks and makes direct eye contact, and it's this tiny lighting reflection in his eye that makes this a deep emotional connection. As the whale feels safe and trusts us, he pulls back and performs this flip showing his body. The whale is perfectly highlighted with dappled sunlight, carving him out from the background just like an ocean ballet. All of the creatures in the ocean seem like they want to share something with us. Like these beautiful orca that guide us through this seemingly healthy ocean. I'm not going to edit this clip, as I want you to see this amazing jump with the orca and where we unexpectedly land. We've landed in a sea of death, and the orca have just mysteriously vanished. There's almost no color. The sunlight is gray and dark. This light reveals a completely unexpected atmosphere of sadness. In these sad bottom parts of the ocean, we discover volcanic smoke vents that seem to be polluting, similar to one of our smokestacks. There are these completely unexpected floating pyramids which beep and flash electrically. However, if we approach one, we discover it's an electric mine that explodes and disables us. There are dead whale skeletons littering the floor everywhere, and you can't help but imagine that these explosive mines have killed so much life. I end up just getting completely wrecked by these mines. What civilization could have done this to all of the ocean life that we're falling in love with? And that's when we start discovering the temples. First thing you see is a perfect slash of sunlight drawing your eye onto this artwork of a missing civilization. Second lighting thing to notice is that the temples are quite dark and that you have to search with flashlights. This is a clear design choice that this has been abandoned for a long time. In this dark gated room, there is no magical flowing river until you release it from its well. That immediately uplights the room so that we can see the artwork. This part of the mosaic is the brightest on our screen, and I believe it's the light that creates the magical river, which is a life-giving force. A river that this civilization poured into our oceans to create life. I'm admiring this glow that's painted onto the archways. All the light emanates from this magical river. As I fill a second well, This beautiful light reveals the mosaic of a large triangle structure. It reminds me of the floating mines. We even find a mine that has exploded, making it very clear that this civilization was not immune to this destruction. And here it is, the mothership. We cross this lifeless void of blue-gray light, which is in direct contrast to the flashing mines, making them brighter and raising the tension another bar. As we approach the entrance, we cannot see anything past the red-orange light, which just keeps the mystery intensifying. Inside, there are red electric lights everywhere, which juxtapose all of the natural blue light we've seen throughout the entire ocean and game. This ensures the atmosphere of the spaceship is a hostile, unnatural place to be exploring. At the ship's center is this massive armory of floating mines. In the distance, there's a bright light which draws our eye, and the flashing yellow light of the mines are everywhere around us. Visually, this design is one of the most haunting and intimidating sights in any video game. This is the perfect example of how lighting choices can tell us a story while communicating the challenges ahead. With all of this destruction in the oceans, it's clear that our character's mission is to fix the damage and ensure life can thrive again. This is the first moment that the character steps foot on land, and I believe that parallels life's first steps leaving the oceans. There are glowing flying bugs, a beautiful warm uplight on the trees, and this light shows me that this temple is a place of greatness and hope. It's once you get out of the water and get to view the life on land that you realize how important the oceans are. This view is incredible as we see white birds flying among these vertical shafts of majestic light. We even get to refill another well of magic river water. Just look at how bright this glow is in the fountain. But we can't possibly save life on our own, so we return to the water for some help from an unexpected friend. Throughout Abzu, we've had little run-ins with this great white shark, and as he destroys one of my robot friends, I begin to think, maybe the shark understands that machinery has ruined the delicate balance of nature. As I light this temple room, we learn how important the great white shark was to the ancient civilization. He's painted on every single wall of the room. And we discover statues of the shark. The statue is placed perfectly in this warm pool of light. That's when we see the flash of an explosion and find out that the shark is trapped, dying under a mine. With the highlight of light on the shark and the dark blue shadows, he feels lonely and exposed. It's our job to save his life, even if he's a savage killer. And as the shark safely swims through our flashlight, we feel this connection with him. The shark trusts us, and we follow him straight to the heart of the beast, the mothership, which has this red glowing eye that's darting about. That frantic movement to the light makes it feel like a sentient being. But while attacking the mothership, the shark stands no chance. This red light is just too powerful for him. As the player, I feel the red light looking at me and piercing straight into my soul. This is a stunning composition. All of the light is emanating directly from the eye, backlighting all of these steel structures, showing you how massive the inside of this mothership is. The shark trusted us and died with us. Our flashlight is just trained on the shark, and the light moves as we bob in the ocean currents. That little bit of movement in the light contrasts with his lifeless body. But do all fish go to heaven? Death is not the last time we'll see this shark. As we keep restoring the oceans to life, we cross over to another realm. Here we swim above the oceans, there's a beautiful starscape, and we keep finding these ghostly shrines. And when we release our light into the shrine, we can see parts of the ocean coming back to life. Just look at the amazing lighting transformation from monochromatic gray to all of these beautiful vibrant colors. The sunlight is warmer, the seaweed grows tall, but it's led by a glowing light. And it's in one of these trips to the other realm that we find the shark's spirit. He opens a light far at the end of the tunnel, which gets bigger and brighter the faster we swim towards it, bursting forth into this ocean filled with life and flowers. Let's rewind and look at this composition. You've jumped as high as the birds. The sunlight is incredible as it reveals all of the beautiful pinks and golds everywhere. And in the distance is still the floating mothership. The spirit shark lets you swim on his back as you head to the mothership. You arrive at night with moonlight piercing the water. All of the life in the ocean is following and cheering you on. Changing to night was a critical design decision for 3 reasons. 1, the journey is far, so that shows how much time has passed. 2, the dark blue of night lets the player see that the main character is emanating their own golden light, so we can assume that he's bringing this mystical life force with him. The dark blue light also contrasts the bright red inside of the mothership. The ghost shark and I just tear through and destroy mine after mine after mine. One bright flash becomes 2, 4, 6, dozens, hundreds. Just an incredible animation of all of this lighting exploding. Then we destroy the mothership, just by piercing right into its own glowing red eye. The screen explodes in the most emotional and satisfying whiteout. I highly recommend playing Abzu. It's an emotional journey of light, color, movement, and music that is just so expressionistic. Since you guys made it to the end of the video, here's my food for thought as we part ways. Notice that the overall color palettes in Abzu seem to parallel the 4 different seasons, starting with summer, fall, winter, spring. Thank you guys for coming on this game design journey. If you enjoyed, please leave a like and subscribe as I will keep this series going. And I would love to chat with you in the comments below.